Hello, I'm Matt. Welcome to WanderingUpward.org, Pollinating Sustainability. I'm on my bike trip right now, and I'm a little bit south of Gainesville. I just pulled over on the road right now because I was collecting some greens to eat with, and I wanted to do a little video to show you all the different edible stuff. If you're around Florida and it's springtime, what I've been doing is making peanut butter sandwiches with just piles of greens on them, because that's what I'm missing in my diet. It's harder to travel with them. So these right here, this is called Spiderwort. Get a good shot here. These beautiful flowers, and if you look down, you can see them growing all down the road here. And what you have, you'll see these. It feels blurry. So you end up, every time it shoots off a flower, these are flowers from days prior. All these things are edible, along with the flowers. Yeah, so pretty much these and the flowers are all edible. And also, what you have is wild chives. And wild chives, you'll notice in the springtime, they put out this cool looking shoot, like this, or this is what it looks like before it sends up more of those tentacles. In the chives themselves, which actually these are edible. I cooked those in a soup last night and they were great. But this is the chive, and you'll look at it, it looks just like a chive. And you'll be able to identify it for sure even when it's not springtime. It's thicker than a grass, and you can smell it, and it tastes like an onion or a chive. So those are edible. Another thing that's here, try not to get too wet in this mushy stuff here. This is called Smilax. These things, can't get a great shot right now. How you identify these, I'm trying to find the leaves on them. This one doesn't have a lot of leaves. So you can see a smaller one here. It's this vine. It's got little spurs on it, and it's got these bell-shaped leaves. I don't advise you to start picking stuff and eating it without first talking to somebody who can identify it in person for you. But when you do figure this stuff out, you pull off the part that breaks off easily. Like if you have this part down here, it's a tough vine. It's hard to break. But you get down to the very end, boom, a piece breaks off easily, and this whole thing is edible. And I just said it. So that's 3 things. And then one more, which is more on this side of the road because it likes a little bit drier. There's certain ways to identify this one, but in the springtime, you can see it puts up a shoot that looks like this. Dang, having trouble getting a good shot. Yeah, that's pretty good. It puts up this shoot, and it's a plant that grows really close to the ground. Let me zoom in on one here. These ones are turning pretty yellow for some reason. The ones I was picking earlier weren't yellow, but they have these flat leaves. They look like this. They're usually a little darker. This one's yellow. Let's see if I can find. These might have got oversaturated. So anyway, these are all yellow here. Anyway, you can see the plant. It's kind of a flat. It's got these broad leaves right here. It lays flat to the ground. You'll find it more off the side of walkways and things like that because it has a taproot that likes to go into hard soil. So yeah, there's probably more that are edible. I know some of these have to be dandelions, and unfortunately I don't know how to identify dandelions exactly enough to feel comfortable just eating them. So there you go. And what I generally been doing, like I said, is I just collect a bag full of these whenever I see them, and then when it's time to stop and make my sandwich, I make a peanut butter sandwich and just load it with greens, and it's really tasty. So good luck, and I'll see you guys soon. The next video, I'm heading to Gainesville right now. I found a guy a little south of Gainesville in Citra named Craig Hepworth that I'm staying with, and He's a wealth of knowledge on plants, so I'm learning a lot from him. But right now it's Wednesday, so I'm heading up to the Wednesday Farmers Market over in Gainesville, and I'm staying with a lady named Susie Shea. She's got 8 acres, also very close to downtown Gainesville, so she's gonna let me pitch a tent there, and I'll fill you guys in as I go. Goodbye.